We're rated 1684 in puzzles, and we're playing more. So we're white to move, and we each have a queen. So immediately I'm seeing we have queen trade, and our pawns are probably in a much better position to be it's whoever can get to promotion first, right? So and we can do this. We can go e5 with the queen, put him in check. That just delays what's going on. I think we can just see. Here's the thing: he has to move out of the way for his. I know we can go faster because he has to move out of the way. Oh, and he's in check. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're good. White to move. We have a queen, 2 rooks, and a knight. Our opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, and a knight as well. Okay. Our pawn is in a really good spot here. We like that. This is pretty good, except we have the pawn that acts like a knight. The pawn that protects on g6. We can take that pawn, have him move his queen, take the pawn here. I think we might have something here. If we sacrifice the rook on f7, king takes. We take on g6. King can't move here or here, so let's see. Not there, not there. He can move there. He can move there. And he can't move there. I would like the knight to go here at that point, but the knight can't jump on top of the queen. Imagine if you could load your queen onto your knight in chess. And then like unload. So like for a turn, your queen doesn't do a move. It just follows the knight wherever you hop the knight, and then the queen can get off. That'd be pretty crazy. We're talking innovative chess things here. We can attack a rook. Oh no, because we have that. I really like this idea of sacking the rook. It's a forcing move. Gets rid of that pesky pawn. And then we have queen g6. And again, he can move here or here. And if he moves here, we can go up to g7, and then he can't go down. And then we can go up, take the pawn, take the rook, and then it's it'd be checkmate for him, I believe. But if he were to go, let's see, takes. If he were to go up, we can't just go up because then he wins our piece. So at that point, it's a different story. If he went up. So queen takes g6. Defended by the knight, of course. king goes up. Can't go here because the knight. So f6 is off the table. That idea doesn't really work. I don't think sacking the rook works. I just realized the word sack is sacrifice, shortened. I didn't know why people said sack the rook. I thought sacking it meant like throwing it in the sack or something, you know, hitting the sack. I don't know. The sack is short for sacrifice. That's hilarious. What else do we have? What other innovative ideas can we do? I think we want to keep our queen for this. So we can try sacking the knight. He takes. All of these ideas are just terrible. That's just giving up all my pieces. This e pawn really messes everything up as well. Man, why do I like this idea so much of sacking the f pawn? I mean, taking the f pawn, sacrificing the rook. Is there something we're missing with this calculation? Hang on. Takes. Looking at winning a rook, but then he can do several things. In fact, if we take. So you wouldn't do that. What do we do? There's something here. What about that? Oh, okay. So what about sack the rook, queen f3? Now things get interesting. Because if king goes to e6, knight comes in. And once the knight comes in, king can only go here or here. Only. Right? No, he can go back. Or he can also take the knight. So never mind, hang on. But we're trying to sack the rook, takes. Or queen positions itself on f3. The unexpected square. And then he can move back. So that whole thing would be pretty useless. Doesn't work. I'd like to get rid of this pawn. I think the key is getting rid of this f7 pawn, I'm telling you. That's not check, so that'd be a huge problem. Oh, we have another rook. Hello. We have a second rook on c1, and he can actually be used. I think we found the secret. We found the key that unlocks the secret tomb under the secret pyramid. Let me present to you this idea. We sacrifice the rook on the f7 square. King takes. Another rook comes out. No matter where the king goes, let's say he goes here, he goes here, he goes here, or here. Whatever he does, we have queen g6. It's protected by the knight. And now it's looking like a different game. Now we can do that whole idea. I think, but let's calculate all of this. I'll spend the time. We're gonna get this puzzle. We're gonna win this puzzle. G6, and now the king. Okay, let's do this one at a time. Sacrifice. Boom. Now you have to go somewhere. What if you go here and then we go here, and then you go here? Then we can't take. You can't go there. Oh, okay. So this is actually more simple than I thought. I thought there were like 20 million possibilities. There's not. Takes. Okay, now you're in check. You have to go here, 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 or here, but not up. And that's actually 2. Okay. So on this initial move, what happens? Queen comes out regardless, right? No, queen doesn't come out if he goes. Okay, so let's try to calculate this. Let's say he goes here. Knight comes out. Knight can win the rook. That doesn't seem good enough. Man, that just seems so... Okay. Knight comes out. It's attacked. He can't go down. He can't go this way. He can't go back this way. He has to go up or this way. Okay. And then we win a rook. That could be the extent of this, but I don't think that's it. Why would we take the knight? We want forcing moves. Maybe we don't do forcing moves. This gets tough. Let's try it this way. Takes. It's looking back up. He has to move. Let's start this way. Check. Let's do it like this. Let's do one thing at a time. Brilliant sacrifice. Oh, what? No! We have the brilliant sacrifice. So he did move there? Why would he move there? Why would he move there when there's so many things? What did we miss? So we got the sacrifice right. He takes. Then we take here. What if he goes there? Oh. Oh. We have the backup rook. Then he has to go there. And that's when we deliver. Check. Checkmate. Okay, I see it now. That was... That's teaching me. It's teaching me. Like, if you miss one line, it costs you the game. Takes. If he were to have gone here, we have rook f1. Then he would be forced to this spot anyways. So really the puzzle just saved us time. And then that's obviously the idea. Because you have checkmate at that point. Wow. I'm okay with losing the puzzle. We learned. Okay, black to move. We have a rook and our opponent has a rook. So right off the bat, I'm seeing we take a pawn. Makes it immediately harder for our opponent to... That right there could win us the game, really. We could put him in check, but I don't think that's the way. I think we take the pawn. Yeah. White to move. We have a queen and a rook, and our opponent has a queen and a rook as well. We're looking at some crazy things here. Next turn they can promote if we don't put him in check. So we could put him in check. Obviously can't do that. So put him in check, and he's checkmated. He can't go here or here. Okay, black to move. Everybody has pretty much all their pieces, but let's just check. Yeah, we have all of our pieces. and queen. Yeah, black has all their pieces. Okay. So I guess there's 32 pieces on the board. Is that right? So this is probably an idea where we have to win material. And honestly, it seems very confusing, difficult how we would do that. This idea is very high level. Super high level idea, because I'm not seeing it. To me, it's a super high level idea. I see we can free the bishop. I'm not seeing anything here. I'm not seeing anything crazy here. He just castled. We're already castled. We take pawn out. He takes. We take. He takes. We take. Oh. We take. He takes. Thing is, we each have 3 attackers, but if he gets to attack last, he kind of wins that interaction, right? So we would have 4 attackers. I think our rook is involved, right? So let's try that again. Hang on. We go up here. That's not an attack. Okay, that's not an attacker. We have 3 attackers. So he takes first. We take. Let's just say he takes. We take. He takes. We take. I think we can do that. Wow. Okay, we had the idea. We had an idea. Do we fork? Yes. We fork. We fork 2 good pieces with a pawn. Why wouldn't you do that? I think we take the knight, but is there a bigger idea here? I think we take the knight. Why wouldn't you? Nice. Let's do that again. Fork. Very good. Very simple idea that just worked. Okay, white to move. Got some crazy ideas here. Probably want to do a forcing move. This is an interesting position. What are we looking at? Looking at a chessboard. Takes, repositions. I don't think it'd be a puzzle if it was that bland. I would love to do a discovered check, but I just can't. That doesn't put him in check, and he gets a whole move to eat our rook, and then we move. What's he have after that? Another check. We take. Ooh. Okay, so maybe we put our queen on e3, which would be a discovered check, but not yet. Queen on e3. His queen takes. Rook h1. We move up queen e2, king e2 to, do our thing. But then why does he gets another move. But I think anything he does can't do too much damage. It can't really do anything. Like, he can go here, you know, go ahead, take it, and then that's when we, you know, take the knight to put him in check and hopefully win. That would be ideal. Discovered check, take his queen, but I don't think that's the idea. Is there anything super obvious we're missing? That would be bad. Yeah, we're missing. We were missing F7, the weak F7 pawn. We weren't thinking forward. Looking at all this stuff had me looking down here. I mean, this stuff had me focused on this little corner when you got to think forward. Boom. This puts him in check, and then immediately before you know it, that's almost checkmate, but he's got the rook there. He got the bishop there on that diagonal. So definitely check. He moves king. Yeah, king D8. And then we've got him with checkmate just on F7. Nice. Alright, black to move. We have a queen, 2 rooks, 2 bishops. Our opponent has queen, 2 rooks, bishop, and a knight. Rooks are looking pretty healthy, but they're just not in the best spot. So they're not that healthy. This rook, this possibly a tactic here somewhere. There's a lot of interest on this F2 pawn right here. I'll say that. A lot of interest on that pawn. But that's, yeah, we don't really have anything pressing so I would think in order to generate interest, so if we just do this, he can ignore it, but to generate interest, we take the F2 pawn with our rook because we're looking at his queen. Now he's like, hey, I need to take this rook. We make it appetizing for him. He takes. Do we take with the rook first? No, because then he could just take, and then we could do this, and he's like, okay, I'm happy with that. You know, he could be like, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna leave that there, right? So maybe we do take with our bishop, and then he takes, we take, he takes, we take. We are looking at a rook going here. Also, we have to see. We take this. He takes a rook. Well, then we would take a queen, so that's no worries. But this, definitely, he would just take a rook. That would be a bad idea. So it's definitely not bishop f2. I think I can rule that out. But if we're looking at his queen, then we're talking. Why would he take that when we could... Oh. Why would he take this when we could just take his queen? So, I think it would be... If we're taking anything... If we're taking f2, it starts with rook. f2. And then he takes a, he just takes. Oh. Takes with his queen, right? I mean, hang on. The second rook. He's pinned. And so he can't just move away. He has to, his queen is pinned, so he has to take it. And so he won his queen. 2 rooks, yeah. 2 rooks and a bishop. Wow, he gives us the queen. He gives us the queen. But he positions his rook in a better spot in order to do it. Do we have checkmate here? No. We just take. Yeah, so that's good. That was, glad we found that. Boom. Boom. All right. White to move. We have a queen, 2 rooks, and 2 knights. Our opponent has queen, 2 rooks, a knight, and a bishop. We might have checkmate here. 1 move, checkmate, next move, pretty much. So that would be, do we have time for 1 passive move before checkmate? I don't think so, probably not. We have this, and that's looking ugly. Checkmate. Let's say we do 1 passive move, like 1 setup move, like we want to set up for checkmate. Queen a4, and then all of a sudden he goes check, queen h3, and then we go here, because we can't go here, and we can't go there. This would lead to checkmate. So we go here. Anything he does, well, he could do that. And then we hide away over here, and then he can go here. So I think we need to maybe sacrifice something. Okay, I think I found it. I think we go the forcing move, rook a1, get his king out, then we go check. And now we're in that position that we wanted, where we can, the king goes here, we go here, king goes there, and we go here. So yeah, rook sack on a8, queen a4, queen a7, and then queen a8. Beautiful. Retry. Let's see. Sack the rook. Thank you, knight. You have helped us. Very good. All right, black to move. We have queen, rook, bishop, and knight. Our opponent has queen, 2 rooks, bishop, and knight. I think we can, since we're playing as black and we have such powerful pieces so close to his king, I think we can find a checkmate. So first thing I'm looking at is queen a4. How close are we to checkmate? We're very far from checkmate. He can check us, but he can't do anything serious. So we have a setup. We have time for a setup, but I don't think we need it necessarily. We can do this. He takes, we take, he takes, we lose. I mean, that would be stupid. We could do bishop to a4. That's probably more effective. Pawn's blocking, so bishop a4. He can't go here. He can go here. We could go there, and then he can go there at that point. Check. Yeah, none of that's good enough, I don't think. But queen a4. He goes here. This is hard. Is it like an easy? Oh, it could be obvious. It could be this right here. Bishop. Yeah. This is the way for sure. Bishop. No, not necessarily. Oh yeah. I don't know. I re-looked at the screen and didn't see these two pieces, I guess. Obviously, he would take with his less powerful piece. It just strengthens his position, really. What if we go here? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Just not seeing it. What about here? He can't go here. I like that. I like that when we go Bishop A4. King can't go to his little cove. Look at this cove. He has all these spaces. This is his little castle. So we what a nice cove that we don't want him getting into. So yeah, Bishop A4. Let's say King goes up. King goes here. Wait. Bishop A4. What can King do? King can only go up. The queen is just that powerful. Okay, Bishop A4, King C1. Queen goes up to C3. King can only go B1. I think the only safe spot for my queen at that point to advance it forward would be C2, taking its previous spot. But then he moves to A1. And I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a checkmate. Oh yeah, I almost am. I see we take the... Let's see, where are we? Let's see, start over. Bishop A4, Queen C1, C3, B1, C2, A1, take the rook, comes back to B2. Check. We took the threat away. Back to C2 and then back to C1. Checkmate. So I think we do this little walk where we eat the rook. Yeah. So that's a crazy situation right there. But I don't know how many mates that was, or like mate in 10 or whatever. I don't know. But let's analyze this. What happens when we do this move? So, what did he do? He moved here, I think. Mate in 4, mate in 3. So where's our mate? How do we get mate in 3? He has to move up. Mate in 2. It's a lot quicker than I thought, I guess. So he has to go here. Mate in 2. Let's be mate in 1. No, that goes back to mate in 3. Hang on, we did something wrong. Oh. I see. Mate in 1. Goes here. And... what's the idea here? Oh. Nope. Mate in 1. Hang on, mate in 1. What are we doing? Oh. Wow. Isn't that something? Let's go back. First move. Okay. So the idea was, yes, bishop a4. That's all the puzzle wanted, right? Or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's all the puzzle wanted. But I had to know. I had to know what happens. c1, queen c3, king b1, bishop c2, king c1, and then bishop d1, maintaining that so he can't escape. That's awesome. That's really good. I like that.